Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about value types and reference types in JavaScript. So let's get started. I'm going to create a variable x and assign it a value of number 10 and another variable y equal to and assign the value of x to it. Now let me log both of the variables x comma y and save it. As you can see on the right hand side in the console, 10 and 10 is printed. So the value of x is 10, so the 10 is printed, the first 10 is printed, and I'm assigning the value of x to y, so another 10 is printed. So now let me increment the value of y with 1, y plus 1. Let me save it, and as you can see in the console, now the value of y is 11. So by incrementing the value of y, the value in the variable x is not changed. So the value in the variable x was not mutated. So you can, from the above 3 lines, you can infer that the value of x, the value 10 that was in the x, was copied and a new copy was placed in the variable y. So in JavaScript, numbers, strings, booleans, etc., these are the value types, and they behave like this. That is, they are immutable. Objects, arrays, and functions are reference types. So let's see how reference types behave. Let me create an object. Let's say first person. Let me give this a name of first person. It's going to be an object with a name property. Let's say John, and an age property, age of, let's say, 21. Let me save this. Let me create another variable. Let second person equals. Let me assign the value of first person to the second person variable, first person. Now let me do the same thing, log both of these variables, console.log first person, second person. As you can see in the console, you can see both the objects that have been logged are same, the name value is same and the age value is same. Now if I change the properties of second person, let's see what happens to the properties of the first person. Let's say second person dot name equals, say, Mary, and if I save it, you can see the name property of both objects has been changed to Mary. This means the original object, that was the first person object, was mutated. When I executed this line, second person dot name is Mary, the first person object was mutated as well. Why is that? So let's try to understand why JavaScript reference types behave like that. The JavaScript runtime consists of several things. The two of the main things of the JavaScript runtime are the stack and the heap. Both of these store data. So in case of the value types, the value is directly stored in the stack. So when we assign the value 10 to x, the value 10 was directly stored in the stack. Then we created another variable y, and we assigned the value of x, whatever was the value that was present in x to y. So value was copied, a new copy was assigned to y. So both x and y, when we log to the console, they turn out to be 10. But when I incremented the variable y by 1, the new value of y was 11, but the value in the variable x was not changed. So the value types in JavaScript are immutable, and this is the reason why they are immutable, why they behave like this, because they are stored directly in the stack. But in case of reference types, so let's see why reference types behave different. In case of reference types, the value, we created two variables, first person. Let me write the short form FP for first person. The value of the first person, the object name, and with the age property is not stored directly in the stack, because objects are reference types, so their reference is stored in the stack. By reference we mean the address. Let's say address of 1004 is stored in the stack. This is the address of the memory location in heap. So this is let's say this is a location 1004 in memory, 1004. So now this variable in the stack points to this memory location in heap. In this location, the object is stored. That is the name John and age of 21 was stored here. But when we assigned the value of first person to the new variable second person that we created, the value that was in the heap is not assigned to the second person object, but the address that was in the first person 1004 is also put in the variable second person. So now this second person variable also points to this memory location in the heap. So if the second person dot name property is changed, it changes the whatever is there in the memory location heap memory location 1004. That's why we get this behavior. That's why in the console we see that while changing the properties of the second person, the properties of the first person object are changed as well. But behind the scenes, the second person, when we change the properties of the second person, internally it is changing the properties of the same object the first person is pointing to. That's why the reference types in JavaScript behave this way. So the value types in JavaScript are immutable because a new copy of the variable is created. But in case of reference types, it behaves differently. I hope that now you got a better understanding of why the reference types behave how they behave in JavaScript. I hope now you got a better understanding of why the reference types behave like this in JavaScript. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.